I'll defer to my written testimony. Good morning, Chair Tam, Vice Chair Templo, members of the committee. Just quickly highlight some things. My name is Robert Singleton. I serve as the Senior Director of West Coast Policy at Chamber of Progress. We're a tech industry association that supports inclusive innovation. I'm here today in respectful opposition to HB 1590, which we believe would harm lawful home sharing opportunities for local residents and raise costs for visitors by creating a confusing statewide enforcement scheme tied to county rules and by forcing banks and lenders into mandatory foreclosure actions over certain liens on properties deemed to be illegal short-term rentals. While we share the goal of addressing truly unlawful short-term rental activity and improving tax compliance, HB 1590 would do so in ways that risk significant harm to responsible hosts and visitors. HB 1590 expands enforcement authority by layering new state-level enforcement mechanisms atop of existing county short-term rental ordinances without clearly defining their respective roles. For hosts and homeowners, this lack of clarity increases the risk of duplicative enforcement, conflicting notices, and inconsistent penalties for the same alleged violation. When multiple agencies claim overlapping authority, residents are left unsure which rules apply and who has the final decision-making authority and how to comply. Increased compliance burdens, data reporting requirements, and enforcement actions can raise operating costs for platforms and hosts alike. These costs are often passed on to visitors through higher rental prices and fees, affecting both residents and visitors without guaranteeing improved compliance outcomes. And our biggest concern is HB 1590 requires banks and lenders to foreclose on properties associated with legal short-term vacation rentals if the lien is not resolved in 5 years. This provision places financial institutions in the role of enforcement agents, even though lenders have no control over how a property is used on a day-to-day basis and likely do not want to serve in this capacity. For homeowners, this creates significant and disproportionate risk. A zoning or permitting dispute that renders a rental illegal under county ordinance, both often complex and subject to change, could ultimately trigger foreclosure even if the homeowner is actively attempting to resolve the issue. So in some cases, this could cut off the economic lifeline that enables homeowners to avoid foreclosure in the first place. So this provision removes flexibility, discretion, and due process from the situation that should be handled by regulatory agencies, not private lenders. I'll defer to my written testimony.